What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel for another market update. Hope everybody's having a lovely day. And with that being said, let's get into the TA. All right, so please leave a like on the video. The algo would appreciate it. I would appreciate it. And let's run through things quick. So I'm going to have a short little sweet and simple and to the point video here. And then we have the weekly update coming out on Sunday where we will take a look at some more things. All right, but I'm going to point out right now, QQQ NASDAQ is getting rejected right here at the March 2022 high and the April high. And you can see, hold it over here, this was a reaction spot over there as well. And right above that, you do have the 0.786 Fibonacci. Now we come over here to SPY and we have a very similar picture going on. All right, so we didn't exactly reach the next point of structure over here, but you did reach where you were having a battle all along here. So I did end up marking that out the other day, 443.50. So that is the exact level you are getting that rejection from. But let's put on that fib and let's see where that is as well. So let's put that right there. Get as close as possible. There we go. All right, and we're going to bring you over there. All right, and you could see if we end up coming up here, I'm going to point out the scenarios that I think we're going to be seeing going into next week. I'm going to point them out briefly here so everyone knows about them before the weekend, because we do have a long weekend, so you might as well. But yeah, guys, you do have this 0.786 fib right above this next major resistance right here, which you hit over here in April. And that does align with the 448 target that we did put on the board for the rising wedge that did end up breaking out to the upside. And that's not a target I thought would be reached. Now I'm saying, hey, there is actually decent potential of that price target being reached. I just had it on my chart saying be open to it. I will put that on our chart for the weekly update. But this video, I wanted a nice and clean chart here. So now let's, I just want to say this, right? Let's go over this, guys. So how I look at this golden pocket here, which is literally just the 0.78 all the way down to the 0.618. We can make this a gold one right there, make it yellow. The fill could also be yellow right there. All right. This is where, if this is going to just be a correction for this move, and then we're going to continue the bear market, this is likely where it is going to stall out. It's the same over here on QQQ. You are very likely to stall out in here if this isn't going to be a full-on push. All right, that's just how I've been using the fib since I started using them, and I think, you know, it's been working so far. So that is what we're going to go with. Now, over here, I do want to point out, back to the .com bubble, you did stall out in the golden pocket. You didn't make it all the way up here, so this time is different. So if people want to compare this to the .com bubble, no. All right. Yes, I do. Yes, I do think this is a massive bull trap we are seeing on QQQ. I do. You can look at the option chain from June 16 OPEX. The dealers were not in control here. The max pain is far below here. I think it's around 230. And we're all the way up here at 268. So you can see, hey, dealers, no, they got ran over here. I don't think, you know, dealers don't end up ever losing. They could just, you know, hedge. They can literally just flip long if they're getting squeezed. That's probably what happened. And then you have double the buying pressure going on. But yeah, you clearly do see they are not in control here. But we do have the monthly OPEX, so I do want to remind everyone of that. That is where, you know, a lot of the derivatives market, I don't know the exact number off the top of my head, but we'll go with a number like 30 to 50%. All right, so 30 to 50% of the derivatives market is going to be being repositioned today into next week. So we likely do get a very volatile week. This actually does go along with the scenario that I said I wouldn't be surprised with last night, my Weeble update, where we would end up coming up. We would see this buy volume fulfilled. And then we would end up putting in a, I thought it would be, you know, a topping tail and maybe a shooting star or a, you know, a spinning top or something. No, we didn't end up getting that. We are just getting a big fat red candle of rejection off of these levels. So, you know, that's going on. And I don't know if we're going to have increasing sell volume, but it does look like we're going to have increasing volume of some sort. And if I had to take a guess, it probably will be that sell volume. So let's go over what I will be watching for here, or what I am watching for here, now that we're doing what we're doing right now. Let's start over here with SPY. Let me just get rid of that yellow thing right there. Let's get rid of the fib right there as well. All right, so these are honestly the scenarios I'm watching for. Right here, you want to see this hold. All right, if this thing doesn't hold right here, which is, it starts around, 439. So this was the last high, and then you broke above it. So you very much so can do something like this, or at least come back up here and test that. But let's say that doesn't happen. All right, what I'm going to be watching for is the next spot. all right, you are watching for where buyers stepped in last time. You can actually see this more clearly on the hourly time frame. It has a better picture right there. I am being called. What the heck is, why would you do this? All right. I am so sorry. I don't, yeah, no. It's not okay, but that's okay. We're going to go on with the show. Here we go. But yeah, over here, let's jump back over to the 4-hour time frame. If you do end up breaking right here, I am going to be watching for this zone, which comes in around 435-ish. If you do end up getting an hourly close underneath here, then yeah, you're coming back and you're going to be testing the August high. That's the next spot that, like, you know, that's the next clear as day spot buyers would end up stepping in there. Obviously, if, you know, if these hold, then yeah, we have a chance of just bouncing somewhere here and coming back up to retest some levels. And that's why we do these daily updates. We will just keep, you know, we'll keep everyone updated as we go. So if you're a fan of that, it sounds good to you, hey, follow along, join the community. There we go. But yeah, right here, guys, at the August high. Now, here's where I'm going to say we probably do at least get a dead cat bounce here. Obviously, if you do end up just coming down here and getting a daily close underneath it, you can see over here, we did have, you know, you got wick rejections right there, and then it was a battle going on in there. So if you do get a daily close underneath it, then that's bearish, guys, all right? Bulls are not defending their territory. That's exactly what you want to see. And then that opens up the door for something like this, all right? Then, like, I would say at least we're probably going to get that dead cat bounce, and it would come back here or here. And if you know, I'm not going to, like, guys, you're still going to be shorting against the trend. Even if you see this bounce here and then you want to start, you're like, oh, yeah, you broke down here. Well, guess what? This becomes the next major low. And then, you know, you have to see a lower high get put in, and then you got to come down and break it. So, yeah, you wouldn't have to wait till all the way down here at like 426-ish, 425.99 is the exact level. But, you know, you still want to wait for that confirmation if you want to safe short. That is just my personal opinion. So you would, you know, you'd want to see this thing right here. You want to come down and break that low. Over on QQQ, let's see what we are going to be looking for over here. All right, QQQ. We're going to do the same exact thing we just did over here. And let's actually come visit the hourly time frame. That has a better picture. So the next spot you want to be looking for, now that we started breaking down from here, it's $5 move to the downside, which is going to be all the way down here at 363.50-ish. That's what I would be watching out for. And then if you do get the bounce, look, you know, we have a shot at coming back up here, but I really don't think this fib is going to break. If it does end up breaking, guys, you get a daily close over it, then I have to say, like, okay, all right, you know, pullbacks could be buying opportunities. But again, I mean, you have the sentiment literally just flipping bullish these last 2 weeks, and that's typically where your tops get put in. And yeah, you guys still see what's going on with Mr. VIX. We haven't been talking about Mr. VIX so much, and that's just because it hasn't been too useful to us. We do have a VIX signal, so if it's not a red day today, say we do end up skyrocketing today, then hey, you have that 85% probability in play at on Tuesday. And yes, guys, we do have off Monday, so you know, do with that info with what you will, because options will have more decay, especially like, you know, next Friday, you're going to have, you know, 1/5 more being taken from you out of that week. So there is that. But coming back over here to QQ, all right, over here, you are going to be, if you come back under here, let's actually look at the 4-hour time frame here. If you do end up breaking down from here, you are going to be looking for buyers to step in down here. So let's say you come straight here, I would be looking for that, and then a retest up here. Yes, you would break like the, you know, the minor trend you got going on here on the 4-hour, or the hourly time frame, I guess we could call that. And then, you know, say you do end up really breaking down here, you're going to be looking for buyers to step in right here. I don't have it on the chart, but it's, you know, 347-ish, which, you know, that's a significant decline from here. But again, you got to take it level by level. And if things don't break, then hey, you have to expect that buyers are going to, you know, push you back up. So until that trend actually does break, which you can see it clearly on the daily time frame, you are going to need to come all the way really back down here. But your first, like, you know, your signal on that is going to be if you break down here. You haven't done it the entire time. You've just continuously made these higher highs and higher lows. So yeah, if you do end up breaking down from, you know, over here, if you break this, it's going to be the same as this. Holy Jesus, what are they going crazy on? I don't know if you guys hear the pups. They are barking at something. Maybe they're fighting. I don't know. But as you can see, like every single time, they have not, you know, you haven't seen price come back down and even retest that. So if you do see it, that's going to be your sign of weakness right there. And then I would personally be looking for that lower high. But yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. All right, let's just look at Bitcoin real quick. Let's come over here. All right, so Bitcoin did end up, oh, I ain't got it up here. Let's over here. Let's come over here. I think it's on this one. Yeah, I was trying to make it a very clean chart for you guys. There we go. All right, so yeah, this is what I was pointing out in last night's, I didn't say anything about it, but I included the chart. We had a falling wedge going on here, and this falling wedge could potentially take us up to the top of this, and then we're going to have to see what happens. But you did already have the breakdown, so that did trigger this target right there. You do have this upsloping trend line here. So if you do end up breaking down, I've been vocal about it. All right, unless you have some big news catalyst that's going to really tank you, doing something like this or something like that or something like that. Unless you do have a big news catalyst coming out of absolutely nowhere, then yeah, you're probably going to get the bounce on this trend line. And maybe it does come in the form of like, hey, you get this, you know, intraday wick coming through the trend line, coming down to the target, and then this sends you back up. And then we have to assume that you're probably going to be pushing resistance right here, or up here, or up here. So we will update that as we go. And with that being said, I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.